Have you ever wondered about our prehistoric cousins, the Neanderthals? Picture this, a species of archaic humans, robust in build with shorter limbs, possibly adapted for cold climates and sprinting. They lived in Eurasia from as far back as over 800,000 years ago up until about 40,000 years ago. These beings, often dubbed as cavemen, were not just primitive survivors. They had a sophisticated sense of technology, making use of stone tools, mastering fire, and even utilizing medicinal plants. Their diet was diverse, ranging from mammals and plants to marine resources. Intriguingly, their brain size was larger than that of modern humans, albeit with a different structure. Furthermore, the lines between us and them aren't as clear-cut as you might think. Recent studies have shown that there's evidence of interbreeding between Neanderthals and modern humans. That's right, around 1 to 4% of Eurasian genomes carry Neanderthal ancestry. Join us as we unravel the mystery of the Neanderthals. Our journey begins in 1829 in the heart of Belgium. Imagine the excitement and wonder of the limestone quarry workers as they unearthed the first known Neanderthal remains. They had no idea then, but they had just stumbled upon a pivotal piece of the human evolutionary puzzle. Initially, these strange fossils were considered nothing more than the remains of an old and misshapen human. But over the next few decades, as more similar remains were discovered across Europe, a pattern began to emerge. These weren't just anomalies, they were evidence of a whole different species. Fast forward to 1856, in the Neander Valley of Germany, where the real breakthrough occurred. Quarrymen unearthed a peculiar skull cap, along with other skeletal parts that were distinctively different from our own. This was the first specimen to be recognized as Neanderthal, and it was this discovery that led to the identification of an entirely new species, a species that was named after the valley where it was discovered. The significance of this discovery cannot be overstated. It challenged the prevailing notion of a single human lineage and opened up a world of possibilities. Here was a different kind of human, a robust, cold-adapted species that lived alongside our own ancestors. They had sophisticated technology, fire-making abilities, and even used medicinal plants. They weren't just surviving, they were thriving, yet the Neanderthals were different from us in many ways. Despite having a larger brain size, their brain structure was different. They had a robust build and shorter limbs, perhaps adaptations for cold climates and sprinting. This discovery gave us a glimpse into a parallel world, a different path of evolution. And then came the revelation that truly shook us to our core. Not only did these cavemen coexist with our ancestors, but there was also evidence of interbreeding. That's right, the Neanderthals didn't just vanish into thin air, they left their mark on us. Today, around 1 to 4% of Eurasian genomes carry Neanderthal ancestry. This discovery marked the beginning of a new era in our understanding of human history. It was a wake-up call, a reminder that our story is far more complex and intertwined than we ever imagined. It was the discovery of a lifetime, a discovery that continues to shape our understanding of who we are and where we come from. The Neanderthal timeline is a puzzle that intrigues scientists to this day. As we delve into this enigma, let's remember that time in the realm of prehistory is a fluid concept, more like a wide river than a narrow creek. The question of when Neanderthals diverged from modern humans is one of the most debated in the field of anthropology. The estimates are as varied as the theories themselves. Some scientists propose a divergence time of around 315,000 years ago. This theory is based on certain anatomical and genetic markers found in Neanderthal fossils. But then there are other researchers who put forth a much earlier timeline, going back over 800,000 years. They base their arguments on the distinct traits of Neanderthal fossil remains, which they believe could only have developed over a much longer period of evolution. Now let's consider the nature of evolution itself. It's not a straight line, but more of a branching tree with numerous offshoots and dead ends. It's entirely possible that the divergence of Neanderthals from modern humans was not a single event, but a series of separations and convergences over hundreds of thousands of years. The Neanderthal timeline is also a story of survival, of a species adapting to harsh climates and challenging environments. It's a tale of resilience and ingenuity, with Neanderthals developing sophisticated technology, mastering fire, and even making use of medicinal plants. The robust build and shorter limbs of the Neanderthals, possibly adaptations for cold climates and sprinting, are testaments to their survival skills. So, As we try to piece together the Neanderthal timeline, we must keep in mind the dynamic nature of evolution and the adaptability that is a hallmark of life itself. The timeline of the Neanderthals is a complex weave of evolution and survival. Neanderthals were far more sophisticated than many give them credit for. These archaic humans, often seen as crude cavemen, were actually quite advanced. They developed and utilized tools, harnessed the power of fire, and even used medicinal plants. Their craftsmanship with stone tools was impressive. They chipped, shaped, and sharpened rocks into effective tools and weapons for hunting and gathering. This wasn't a simple hack-and-slash affair. It required a deep understanding of materials and a delicate touch. But their technological prowess didn't stop at tools. Neanderthals also mastered the art of fire-making. They used fire not only for cooking and warmth, but also to shape and harden their wooden tools. They had a profound understanding of how fire could transform and manipulate their environment. And let's not forget about their knowledge of medicinal plants. They used certain plants for their healing properties. This shows that they had a basic understanding of medicine and health long before modern science came into play. Their diet was diverse, encompassing a wide range of food from large mammals to plants and even marine resources. This adaptability allowed them to survive in various climates and landscapes. Neanderthals were built for survival. They had a robust build and shorter limbs, likely adaptations for cold climates and sprinting. This physicality gave them the edge in their harsh environments. Perhaps one of the most surprising facts about Neanderthals is their brain size. They actually had a larger brain size compared to modern humans. However, it's important to note that the structure was different, which might have influenced their cognitive abilities differently. So it's clear that Neanderthals were not just mindless brutes. They were intelligent, adaptable, and innovative. They understood their environment, exploited it, and even manipulated it to suit their needs. Neanderthals were not just survivors, they were innovators. The extinction of the Neanderthals is a topic of much debate and speculation. These archaic humans who roamed the lands of Eurasia for hundreds of thousands of years vanished around 40,000 years ago, leaving behind a trail of mystery and intrigue. One of the most prevalent theories suggests that their small population size led to their downfall. Being fewer in numbers, they were more susceptible to the harsh realities of survival, such as disease, food scarcity, and competition. Imagine being in a race where your competitors outnumber you by a large margin. It's not hard to see why the odds were stacked against them. Interbreeding with modern humans is another theory that holds water. As our ancestors migrated across the globe, they encountered the Neanderthals. This meeting of two species resulted in a genetic fusion that is still evident today, with around 1 to 4% of Eurasian genomes having Neanderthal ancestry. This interbreeding may have gradually absorbed the Neanderthal population into the growing population of modern humans, leading to their eventual disappearance. Climate change is another contender in the theories surrounding Neanderthal extinction. As the Earth's climate oscillated between cold glacial periods and warmer interglacial periods, the Neanderthals, who were adapted to cold climates, may have struggled to cope with the changing environment. This could have led to a decline in their numbers and eventually their extinction. Lastly, disease cannot be overlooked as a potential cause. With their smaller population size and less genetic diversity, Neanderthals would have been particularly vulnerable to outbreaks of disease. A deadly pandemic could have swept through their communities, wiping them out in a relatively short span of time. In the grand scheme of evolution, the extinction of a species is not an anomaly but a common occurrence. However, the extinction of the Neanderthals is a poignant chapter in the book of evolution. Their story serves as a stark reminder of our own vulnerability and the intricate web of factors that influence the survival of a species. No matter how sophisticated or adapted a species might be, survival in this ever-changing world is never guaranteed. Though Neanderthals are long gone, their legacy lives on. This legacy is not confined to archaeological sites or museum exhibits, but it's in us, in our very DNA. As surprising as it may sound, there's compelling evidence that Neanderthals and early modern humans intermingled and interbred. These ancient encounters have left their mark, with between 1 and 4% of the DNA of those of us with Eurasian ancestry tracing back to Neanderthals. Yes, that means if you hail from Eurasia, a small part of you is Neanderthal. This Neanderthal DNA has shaped us in subtle yet profound ways, influencing everything from our immune response to diseases to the color of our hair. The Neanderthals may have disappeared from the face of the earth some 40,000 years ago, but through us, their descendants, they continue to live on. In many ways, we carry a piece of the Neanderthals within us. The story of the Neanderthals is a fascinating journey into our past. We've traveled through time, from their discovery in the 19th century to their existence in Eurasia that ended 40,000 years ago. We've explored their sophisticated technology, their robust build, and their varied diet. We've pondered over their extinction, whether it was due to small population size, interbreeding with modern humans, climate change, or disease. And we've learned about their legacy, how 1 to 4% of Eurasian genomes carry Neanderthal ancestry. The Neanderthals, our archaic human cousins, have left an indelible mark on our understanding of human evolution. Their story is a testament to the relentless march of time and the inevitable ebb and flow of species on this grand stage we call Earth. Enjoyed the journey? Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Share this video to continue the voyage of discovery. Until next time, keep exploring.